Hey everybody, welcome to Getting Stoked. Want to jump in real quick and tell everyone how you can connect with the show. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for constant updates, events, and whatever ramblings and going on I might be involved with. I always want to connect with listeners and be as accessible as possible. So if you're interested in coming on the show, or maybe you just want to shoot the shit, hit me up at gettingstokedpodcast@gmail.com or any of the aforementioned social media websites. Always feel free to send me links to your music, and if I'm into it, I'll hit you back. You guys are everything to me, and it really means the world that anyone listens, so thank you so fucking much. Enough with the chuffa, let's get on with the show. Ho, welcome everybody. With me, I have Nav, which is how I've always referred to you, which is I'm assuming the easiest way, right?
Yeah, that's been my nickname for as long as I can remember.
How do you pronounce your last name?
My parents pronounce it Borojerdi, but everybody that I know says Borojerdi.
Got it. Okay. So because they can't do the awesome inflection.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm so jealous of that. Like if I can't of with it, and I'm like that with everybody's culture. I can't get the cool. I'm just so white. I'm so fucking Banana Republic white that I can't like my girlfriend is Hispanic. Mm-hmm. And anytime I try to say something in Spanish, it's just it's really embarrassing. Really embarrassing. So that's why I wasn't even going to try on that one.
Yeah, I feel, man.
So I guess we should just get. So first of all, I know Nav for everybody who's listening because he is just a hardcore hustler in the scene. Like he's always working his ass off. He's in a great band called Acne Superstar. But even before Acne Superstar, he was just everywhere. We saw him at shows all the time, whether it was our shows or somebody else's shows. We always saw him. So kind of built a name for yourself, man. It's just being like the guy everywhere.
Yeah, dude. You know, I moved to Phoenix probably close to 2 years now, and the first way I just met everybody that I know is just going to rock shows.
Yeah, it's the way to do it, man. Mm-hmm. Or indie shows all the time. Specifically, I always see you at the fun indie shows.
Indian punk.
That's where it's at, man.
Yeah,
I feel like that's where our scene is the strongest right now. I don't hear a lot about the other genres really.
Yeah,
Indian punk, man. But you've got them all, I'm assuming, on the the compilation that you're working for, or you're working on. Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to get you in immediately and like talk about it. First of all, let's just start with the beginning, man. Let's talk about the history of what are you doing and why, I guess.
All right, so I grew up in Miami. I was born in Miami Beach, and I spent my whole life in the Miami area. So like South Florida. And I really got into music from there because like growing up, my had cousins who were like super into music, and they always would, when I was like in an early age, dating back to when I was probably like 6 years old, my cousins would always give me CDs that they had, and I used to play them in CD players and stuff. Like you can go back to like Simple Plan, or the big band for me that really kind of I looked up to because they were like my hometown heroes was Newfound Glory.
Oh, they're really there. I didn't know that's where they were from.
They're from Coral Springs, yeah.
Nice.
So, and I loved the music that they were producing, and the fact that they were from my area. You know, it's like that's just the coolest thing ever. You know.
Yeah.
They really put South Florida on the map.
Yeah. I mean, where? So wait. So where is Gainesville? Because that's where all the punk music seems like is from.
Yeah. Gainesville is it's probably 5 hours away from Fort Lauderdale where I lived.
Oh, so it's north.
Yeah. Like 4.5, 5 hours away, I would say. Yeah, no, Gainesville is great. Against Me, Less Than Jake,
totally.
Hot Water Music.
I forgot about Hot Water Music.
Yeah, the Fest, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Florida's got some crazy music, and fucking Florida, I wonder what's worse in our political climate right now, people's perceptions of Arizona or Florida, because Florida took all the heat for a long time. Like there's so many people talking about how fucking Florida people have alligators in their backyards. And
yeah.
But I feel like Arizona, ever since SB 1070, Arizona's kind of taken the cake for the crazy people state.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still a lot of crazy people that live in Florida.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. They didn't all move here.
Yeah, like I remember my senior year of high school, there was a kid from West Palm Beach. He was literally impersonating a doctor, and he opened up his own like his own like office and stuff, and people actually thought he was an actual doctor.
Oh my god. How old is this person?
He was a senior by the time I was a senior, so probably like 20 now.
Really? Like
Yeah.
a high schooler?
Yeah, it
like
was
Doogie Howser. What the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
Doogie Howser MD.
That's so crazy. I wouldn't trust some like high schooler.
No, yeah, that kid is not ever allowed into medical school.
Really? He's on the banned list?
Probably. I
The
don't
FBI's most wanted list. Yeah. So okay. So you grew up in South Florida,
Yeah.
and you. So do you live near where the shooting happened? Then the Florida shooting.
Yeah, I'm from a small town called Plantation, which is probably give or take 30 minutes away from Parkland. And I know the area of Parkland really well because one of my cousins actually graduated from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, the high school where the shooting
Stoneman
happened.
Douglas,
Yeah, it probably like around 2002, 2003. So I just spent a lot of time in the area growing up, always going to my cousin's house because that's where his family lived at the time before they moved.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm very familiar with the area, and probably the main reason why I wanted to the whole driving force behind this compilation is I wanted to give back to the community that I'm a part of, that I used to live in, that I grew up in, because I just want to do more than the whole thoughts and prayers thing on Twitter.
Yeah, it's so instance. It's like thoughts and prayers. Tweet. Okay, I'm gonna jerk off and go to sleep. Like no one thinks about it anymore after that. Like it's such a simple thing to just kind of like, oh, it sucks. Anyway, Bobby, how are you?
Yeah.
Like,
especially since like I'm friends with people on Facebook who I went to high school with who actually knew families that were affected by the whole thing. So, I just wanted to, and I got the idea because a few months back, I remember one of the bands I follow on social media posted about this record label that pretty much remember when there was the whole like fires in California thing probably a few months back.
Yes,
the
whole fires in California thing that almost like took out the entire
there was a benefit compilation for the people who were affected by it, and that's where I kind of got the idea to do one for Stoneman Douglas. And it just happened, and I was like 11:30 at night. I couldn't sleep, and I was doing homework, and I just thought, I'm like, why don't I do my own compilation? So I posted the next day on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, regarding the whole things that happened, I want to do this compilation, and I need as many bands as I can to get to participate in it. If you're interested, hit me up. And I posted in a Facebook group for like the Arizona punk scene and all that stuff, and I got a lot of responses.
Yeah, I bet you did.
You guys were the first ones to reach out to me.
Yeah, well, dude, I mean, I saw it immediately, and I was like, yes, absolutely. I'm happy that I was just, maybe I have a phone addiction. You can blame it on that. I'm just always on my phone.
Yeah, totally. me too.
Yeah, always on my phone. But yeah, I mean, I saw that, and like, fucking, I don't know, the whole school shooting stuff. I mean, it resonates with everybody, and we all feel bad. Obviously, we're all upset by it. But I mean, I came from I came from a really small rural town in Ohio where something like that could totally have happened. Where like the last shooting, for instance, that happened in what was that? What was the last one? It wasn't Kentucky. It was Indiana. No, you know what I'm talking about. The last school shooting.
You're talking about.
I don't remember. Unfortunately, I can't believe I can't remember where it took place. But it took place, I believe. Pretty sure it was somewhere in the Midwest, and it was in a small town that had the same amount of population as mine did, and people were always saying like, how could something like this happen in a town like this? And it's like towns like that breed that stuff. Like
and especially Parkland, because like Parkland, it's the last place on earth that you'd imagine this to happen. It's like a really nice area, a really really nice neighborhood, and it's just crazy to think that I grew up like half an hour away from where that happened.
That's where it seems to happen the most. I feel like because you have kids there who don't really have access to, and I'm not at all implying that has anything to do with the crazy psychopath that's responsible for this one, but in general, a lot of school shooters are angry, really, really messed up kids who don't have access to the right information or influence.
Yeah.
And small towns like that, small picturesque towns like that, I feel like really carry a burden of people like that. I mean, I saw it growing up for sure. I was really high strung and crazy and awkward. And I every time I hear something like this happen, I always think like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I've been around kids like that growing up, man. It's really crazy. It's eerie.
Yeah. And it's like, it's really like they're nowhere is safe anymore. And it's like, I remember there was a time in high school from all the school shootings that happened that I was just afraid to go to school.
Yeah.
I was always just going to school, and I was like really just afraid that something like that could have easily happened in my high school.
I wonder, I worry, like, we are at the precipice of something really crazy. Like, there's definitely going to be change that's about to happen, whether that's legal change or just culture change. Mm-hmm. This is the straw that's definitely broken the camel's back as far as like guns and schools go.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, it sucks that it took this long. I mean, there were school shootings that happened before, and Columbine, for instance, was like 2001, 2099.
I think it was 1999, yeah.
And it sucks that it took this long for it to happen, but change is definitely about to happen, and I'm excited, but I'm also really apprehensive.
Yeah.
Because people are very emotional right now, and it scares me. Like, I worry. I wonder if, like, I was thinking about this today because I was thinking about what we're going to talk about. I wonder if I wonder if there's going to be like profiling on weirdos. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And yeah.
Like I'm worried for kids. I don't know about you, but like kids like me when I was younger who were just going to get profiled or watched by the neighborhood or scrutinized because they like heavy metal music or Wicca or something. You know what I mean? It's like the West Memphis 3.
Dude,
like,
yeah, totally. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was that kid in high school too. I mean, listening to all the like the heavy punk, like the Minor Threat, Dead Kennedy stuff, and people just thought I was like a nut job, you know, from the music. They judge you on the music that you listen to.
Yeah. Yeah, the music you listen to, and I like it was the music I was into, it was the movies I was into, and the books, and I was just a weirdo. I was a spaz.
Yeah, and
I definitely worry about like what's gonna happen to this upcoming generation of weirdo spaz kids, because most of them, 99.9% of them are just gonna end up like us or like normal, somewhat normal people who are going about their lives and not massacring innocent children. But I so worry that there's going to be like some kind of just crazy kind of red flag scrutinizing, I guess, and policing of outcasts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Because think about it. If you're an angry parent who's scared, and there's a kid in the neighborhood who's like a weirdo or whatever, it's like, oh, go away, don't look at him, and then that you're just going to make an entire culture of kids who would have been okay. But now they're just a pressure cooker of stress and oppression. You know what I mean?
But I think that, and I read a lot of like from like the Sun Sentinel and Miami Herald and stuff, a lot of like the articles on this kid in particular, and I think this is more about just the weird kid. This is Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
No, but this is like an issue of this kid was not just, he was insane. He was a psychopath.
Oh yeah, he was way more. I guess I was using that as a jumping point to make something else. This kid is no. He is actually like legitimately mentally ill and psychotic and crazy and.
And if you look back, like I remember his now deleted Instagram, I was seeing the pictures and it's just some terrible stuff, like pictures of him pointing his assault rifle outside the window with the dot sight on it. Of pointing at the street, pictures of an actual like frog that he killed and it's all bloody and stuff. Pictures of him with a ski mask and with knives.
I saw that one.
Yeah. It's just this is more than just a weird kid.
This is a really crazy. Yeah, and that's another reason that this situation is going to get really odd is because. He's also his mother, I guess, before she died, because in 2016 he went to a facility, but he did not get admitted to the hospital. Yeah, he was given a psychiatric evaluation and let go because he was stable enough to not have to stay overnight. I mean, according to the doctors at the time, and his mother is on record as saying that he's autistic, which I work with autism for my job, and it's one of those things where I can already see autism being the next thing that's going to get really blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now, everyone's gonna be worried about autistic kids and thinking that this is gonna happen, and there's just so many awful rabbit holes that are just getting deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah, I agree.
It's crazy. Yeah, and he was nuts. I mean, he was just a terrible, awful human being. All of the rage and anger and angst that I could possibly muster when I was 15 years old wouldn't equate the idea of ever being a school shooter.
Yeah.
It's crazy what would make someone be like that.
Yeah, if I can go back to my 15-year-old self and like kind of re-examine myself, with me it was just like I wanted to get out of this place. I just wanted to like go somewhere else. That's why I moved to Phoenix. I wanted to get out of Florida.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. And that's the thing. Like I grew up in a small town like that until I was 15, until like almost 16 years old, and those years was just like I was violent in my head. I've never been in a fight. I ran away from fights. I got punched in the face once, but I was not a fighter back then by any means. But still, I would think about like, oh, I hate this kid so much. I wish I could just wring his neck or whatever. You know, so angry all the time because he's bullies or whatever.
Yeah.
But still, there's like that piece of my brain and your brain that doesn't even allow the option of doing something that unspeakable.
Yeah.
Yet this person just didn't have that and just went off the rails.
Yeah.
It's fucking scary to wonder, like, to think like everyone's capable of shit like that. It's really, really just a matter of like the cards you're dealt. It's fucking dark, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it today, and 17 dead, 12 or more injured.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And the fact that you know the area too is wild.
Yeah.
So, you know, as far as like the fact that you wanted to put something forth to help contribute to, you know, any way you can is so spectacular.
Yeah, and like I said before, I got a lot of people who were interested who, thanks to the shout out you gave me on Instagram, I got some bands that
Did you? Okay, good.
Sent me to my email, like Celebration Guns.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, Good Samaritan.
Oh, Good Samaritan's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody Milford's going to be on the show at some point. So, I had to reschedule on him a long time ago. I feel really bad. He's a great guy.
Yeah, and like mostly and probably they're all Phoenix bands with the exception of one band from San Diego called Western Settings that I really like.
Got it.
You might have heard of them. No, well, they're like part of that whole punk scene of like the VLHS and Awesome Fest.
VLHS is awesome.
Yeah, they're really cool. I just hit them up on Facebook, and the guy sent me a download code for their EP, and I downloaded it.
Did you ever get a chance to go to VLHS?
Yes, I actually went there once, but I wish I could have gone more.
Who'd you see?
It was like in 2014, but I saw Turkish techno. And
Got it.
But few other bands that I don't really remember.
Yeah, no, I got
at the
you.
time, but
yeah, I drove out there to see Off with Their Heads acoustic, and it was okay. He was kind of a dick, but I mean, it's all he sings about, so I don't know why I expected it to be any different.
Yeah,
he just just didn't seem like he wanted to be there.
Yeah,
it just was a real bummer. Like I bought a record from him. And like he didn't even look at me while I was buying the album. Like the guy next to him was selling it. He was like on his phone. And I was like, really? Like I'm right here. You're not Metallica.
Yeah.
Like, fucking look at me, man.
Yeah.
But whatever. I've had nights like that too.
Yeah.
It sucks, but you know we've all had nights like that. Not everybody can be David Lee Roth or whatever.
Yeah. Totally.
Anyway, but yeah, VLHS was awesome with the half pipe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I want to know, how many tracks do you have so far for the comp?
So let me think about this. So we got, I would say probably close to like 20 now. 20? Cool. 20, 25, somewhere in between there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Any highlights?
Yeah. Like I said, Western Settings, you guys, Mama Butane, they're really cool.
Yeah, they're great.
Kenny is great. He sent me a track that they haven't released yet that they recorded to be on the comp, which is really cool of him. Sad Dance Party, always cool. They're my homies. My friends, you know the band Hexwave?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hexwave. So the bass player, I'm really tight with, Max, and the keyboard player, Lucy, they're in a new like synth poppy type project called Night Spells.
Nice.
They sent me a song, so I'm really excited about that.
Hexwave has Matt on drums, right? Yeah, dude, Matt. I go not all the way, not only far back, but all the way back. We've played shows together so early on, dude. Holy crap, he's a sweetheart.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
guy.
I've talked to him a few times. He's a really nice guy.
He always seems like he's strung out on drugs, but he's not.
Yeah.
The first time I saw him, I was like, this guy's definitely on heroin. Like, look at this dude. And then I got to know him a little bit better. And I was like, oh, you're just kind of a wonky, weird dude.
Yeah,
He's great, though. I love him, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matt. He's great.
Oh, and also a band that I'm really excited in, one of my favorite bands in the scene, along with Sad Dance Party and Celebration Guns and stuff like that, is this relatively new band called Black Paw. You might have heard of them.
Yeah, I know them.
So they were part of that whole VLHS scene. Are you familiar with the band Rumspringa?
No.
No? Okay, yeah, they used to play at VLHS all the time,
Okay.
but pretty much it's the lead singer, Wes, from Rumspringa.
Got it.
And I'm really tight with the bassist, Chris, and he said, yeah, we can use your music, and I'm really happy that they're on the comp because I really like them a lot. I like watching them. They're really nice guys.
And they're from California?
They're from Phoenix.
Oh, they're from Phoenix, but they played at VLHS all the time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The lead singer did.
Got it.
With
Got it.
Rumspringa.
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. It's cool
Yeah.
that you got that. So they're upcoming?
Yeah. They just put out an EP earlier this month, and I've been listening to it ever since it came out. I was one of the first people who bought it, actually.
That's awesome.
I really like their music.
I gotta check out. Okay, well then I'll check it out. Black Paw for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Who else you got? Throw out some names.
Yeah, let me think. So I named most of them. There's this band called Reason Unknown.
Okay.
They're a punk band. Haven't seen them live yet, but I really got to. But they sent me a song. They played recently with Dead to Me at Pub Rock in Western Settings, one of the bands from San Diego, and like DFMK. So they're pretty cool. They're a punk rock band, local punk band.
Now Austin from No Lungs is doing something for it too, right?
Yeah. He hit me up on social media. Austin plays drums in your band too, Phantom Party,
and his own band No Lungs now, which is awesome. If you haven't heard it yet,
Super good. Yeah. I was listening to it today. It's really cool stuff.
Really different. It's really cool. His voice is so it's interesting, and it's come a long way for sure. I'm really happy for Austin that he's getting out there and doing that. But he told me, has he told you about what he's doing for for the comp?
No, he just sent me a message, and he's like, hey, I totally want to contribute to it, and I gave him my email.
Got it.
But he didn't tell me what he's gonna send.
He's writing a song for it.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm spilling the beans right now. Sorry, Austie.
Oh, shit.
But yeah. The Coops is writing you a song for it.
Oh, that's cool.
I feel bad. I'm sure he was probably like waiting on like a kapow. Look at this. I wrote a song for it. Sorry, Coop. But yeah, he told me that the other day. We were talking about it at practice.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Oh, dang. All right.
So that'll be really cool.
That's cool.
We'll see what it is.
That's cool.
See how it is. I'm sure it's gonna be great. He's a sweetie. So good for that. That's awesome, man. I'm really happy. When I saw that, I just I have to throw everybody that I can to this. I need to get everybody on this thing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm glad the Celebration Guns reached out. They're really, really good. They're really cool. They're a good reputable name to have on the comp too.
Yeah, I like their music a lot.
Yeah, they're great. They were on Shameless.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Shameless and Teen Mom, I think, were the two shows that they were on, but they don't talk about the Teen Mom one.
Oh yeah,
not nearly as cool as Shameless.
Yeah, it's cool that they've been on live TV. Their music has been featured on TV.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's paying for their new record.
Yeah, and another thing is, I was thinking about this for a while, but pretty much what I'm doing is I'm kind of starting a label that I've wanted to do for a while, and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna create the Bandcamp page and post it like the first release of my label.
That's awesome. What's the label called?
I was thinking about it, and Saffron Records.
Cool. It's memorable.
Yeah, totally.
That works.
Yeah, I've always wanted to start a label, and that's really cool.
Saffron Records.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds legit. I'm happy. Good for you, man. That's all. It's gonna be awesome. What are you guys gonna do? Like cassettes or what? What are you thinking?
Yeah. Actually, Josue from Hexwave, he hit me up and he's like, yeah, we can totally make physical copies of this. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah. So hopefully we'll make CDs and cassettes.
That's awesome, man. Now he works for Slope too, right?
He works. He's the tour manager for Slope. Yeah,
he's the tour manager for Slope. Wow. Yeah. I didn't know that. I just knew he set up little pop-up shops and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, he's always on tour with the US Bombs.
Really? Holy shit.
The US Bombs are a Slope band now.
Oh my God, really? Mm-hmm. Wow, good for them. Mm. That's a pretty reputable
band
and label now. That's crazy.
Just great bands all over.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's definitely a few bands on Slope who are just killing it. Like Kill Your TV have also been on my list forever of bands to talk to.
Oh, dude, they're awesome. We played a show with them. It was the Line Cutters, us, Kill Your TV, and my friend Diego, who's
Diego Galvin.
Yeah, from Bad Times. Mm-hmm. It was in a garage in suburban Gilbert. At
That's where they're all from.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The whole like Slope scene is from Gilbert.
It's from Gilbert. Yeah. No, it was really cool. We played in a garage.
So fucking angry.
Yeah, we played in a garage, and the Line Cutters were filming a music video too.
Got it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that Line Cutters record is really good.
Oh, dude, it's so
It's
good.
a Zia. It's on vinyl.
Yeah,
like
I
like
saw
it's
that.
Zia by $10.99. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, good for you guys. Yeah, that's super cool. They're really good. That single was awesome. And
Yeah.
very, very surprised by how far they've come to. They've been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, Kill Your TV are just like a wall of just like energy and like thick, really like face pummeling guitars.
Yeah.
Really fucking good, man.
Yeah.
They're a unit. I saw them, like, their growth from maybe a year is substantial. I saw them live. We played a show with them when they were really, really, really just getting started.
Yeah.
A couple years ago. And then I saw them again last year, or at the end of last year, and they were fucking murderers.
Yeah.
They're so good now.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're releasing a new album too.
Nice.
They're having the release show at 51 West.
That's where you gotta do it.
Yeah.
That's the spot, man. 51 West is a really, really, really reasonable place. It's really fun to do stuff there.
Yeah.
I volunteer there, so I'm biased, but I love 51, man. I think the place is rad. Thank you for showing up whenever we've done stuff at 51 West.
You're welcome, dude. Anytime.
But yeah, man, that's super rad. I'm really happy that you got all these guys on here and
Yeah.
that you're working it, man.
Yeah, and it's like, for the most part, it's like, most bands want the recognition, and it's like it's as easy as just hitting them up on Facebook and getting them to participate.
Totally.
Sure, you're gonna get people who say they're interested, but then when you ask, like, give you your email, they don't send you an email or they don't respond. That's just gonna happen, unfortunately. But for the most part, it's like I said, it's as easy as just like hitting them up and asking if they want to be on this compilation.
Well, that's the crazy thing about social media is you can do that with anybody. You can do that with celebrities or what have you. Anybody can respond to you now.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it's like the punk. It's like with punk and indie rock bands, especially like at the local level. It's like it's really not that hard to reach out to them as to like maybe reach out to like Fat Mike of NoFX or something like that. That might be a little bit harder.
Yeah,
but
he might assault you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, dude, some of the local guys, even some of the bigger local guys, have their phone numbers listed on their Facebook. Like Diners. Diners is fucking like, and I texted it once. I was like, "Is this Tyler Broderick?" And he's like, "Yes. Who is this? How are you?" Or something like ridiculously Tyler and nice and like overly sweet and hospitable.
Yeah,
he's such a sweetie. I love Diners so much, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Did you see the AJJ show at Trunk Space?
Yeah.
Were you there when Diners opened?
I was there when Diners opened and Lana Del Rey's.
Oh, you were at that show? Did I run into you at that show?
Yeah, I think we did.
We did run into each other,
Yeah.
right? Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. There's a few people at that show I was talking to, so I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's totally cool.
Sorry. Yeah. I remember that now. And that was wild, dude. Before that happened, I was not sold on Diners, which is weird to a lot. Like, a lot of people know that Phantom Party was inspired by Diners. Like, that was one of those things where Josh didn't know where to take his musical direction next, and then he heard Diners and was like, "Oh my god, I want to do this." So Diners is a huge part of why we are existing, I guess. But even still, I was never a Diners fan. It just didn't click for me. But that live show, I walked out of there like, it was like a baptism. Like, this is my life now, and now I'm like obsessed with everything Diners.
Yeah, that's really cool.
His live show was so good, and that was the first time he had ever done that. The New World Snacks halftime show.
Halftime show. I remember that.
That's fun, man. I like that the Phoenix scene that everybody is doing crazy stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Toso too.
Toso,
Oh my god. Every Toso show is some new crazy experience.
Yeah. And like one thing is like comparing contrasting Phoenix to South Florida. The scene in South Florida, it definitely is nowhere near as big or vibrant here. It's like there's always every night there's something happening at the Trunk Space. There's always a house show somewhere in Tempe. You know, there's always something at 51 West. Over there, it's like everything is like so spread out. It's like you have to drive 30 minutes from where I used to live. I remember because I played in a band back there. It's like you have to drive 30 minutes to like just get to like this dive bar that's like the only place to play in Miami, one of the very few places. And then it's like 45 minutes up to like Lake Worth to play at another place. Everything is so spread out as opposed to here where everything's like so close together.
That's kind of how Colorado is too. When we were in Colorado, some of the guys over there were telling us like Denver, Fort Collins, and Colorado Springs are three of the hubs, I guess, for scenes and music, and they're all really far from each other.
Yeah.
Denver and Fort Collins, not so far, but definitely Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Anything else?
And I just think it's cool. Sorry.
Get out.
No, I just think it's cool that like all these like Phoenix bands are just want to help out as any way they can, you know. And it's like I just like I said before, I'm just restating what I was saying. Is I want to give back to the part where I grew up in Florida, you know, because I got my start playing in that scene back in high school with my high school band.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here for almost 2 years now. I moved in like the August of 2016.
That's
yeah.
it. So you started showing up to shows like immediately.
Pretty much.
Damn, because that's about as long as I've known you, some-ish.
Yeah.
Like maybe like early 2017. Yeah. Because I knew you. I had known who you were before we released our album, and we released that album in March of 2017.
Yeah.
Damn, so you were out there immediately.
Yeah, dude.
Good for you.
It's just a way to meet people, you know?
Dude, I'm really happy that you did that. I would have just like stayed in my house. When I moved out here, I just like got fat and like sat around and watching movies and stuff.
I feel that.
So good for you, man, for wanting to get out and hang out with people.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely hard when you're moving from one state to another, especially across the country like that. Did you have any friends or people out here already that you were connected with?
Yeah. Sister moved out here probably back in, I want to say 2011, 2012-ish. So,
got it.
I had family in the area,
That's awesome.
But I didn't really like know anybody, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah, and I joined this club on ASU campus that kind of opened the doors to the whole Phoenix scene, you know? And they showed me to like, gave me all these shows to go to, like Playboy Man Baby was one of the first bands I saw.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
the fucking, man, that was set really high really early.
Yeah.
Damn, Playboy Man Baby. They're so good.
That was wild.
Which show was that?
That was their split with the Father Figures at the Crescent Ballroom.
Got it. Father Figure's another band that I hear about constantly, but I don't know them too well. I don't know their music all that well.
They're a slope band.
They're a slope band?
Yeah, they're playing punk rock bowling this year.
Nice. Any other slope bands playing punk rock bowling, do you know?
Not that I know of. I know last year Line Cutters played.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I know Line Cutters played it last year. That's awesome. They've had a great couple of years. Back to the Line Cutters. But yeah, dude, the Phoenix punk scene is crazy. It's very united. It's very interesting to watch.
Yeah.
The indie scene is too, for sure, but they're very different. The indie scene, the punk scene, and the metal scene, like you could not put all three of them in one room and expect everybody to get along. The indie kid's gonna get offended. The punk rock kid's gonna be drunk, and the heavy metal guy is gonna be taking Instagram pictures. And it's just like
but like growing up and when I was going to shows in high school, when I was going to shows and stuff, it's like pretty much all I could find were indie shows.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's an indie scene in South Florida, but there is a punk scene, but it's like very, very small as opposed to here. Like I know there's this band from South Florida called Gouge Away that they're always.
Oh my fucking God! I'm so in love with Gouge Away.
Gouge Away, yeah, they're from Fort Lauderdale. I seen them a few times when I was in high school. They tour with Touche Amore all the time.
I know, that's where I saw them. I saw them live opening for Single Mothers and Touche Amore.
Yeah, they are they're a South Florida band.
They are in my top 5 favorite current hardcore bands.
Yeah, they're really cool.
That's so crazy. You saw them back then.
Yeah.
That's rad, dude. They were the only band on the bill who I didn't know. I'm not a Touche Amore fan. Like I have ambition to be one, but I'm just not for whatever reason. It hasn't really clicked with me. But I'm the biggest Single Mothers fan on the planet. So I went and saw them at the Underground, and I didn't know who Gouge Away was. And they just tore the doors off the place.
Yeah, I missed that show, but my people that I know that went, they said, yeah, Dalgeway is crazy. And I'm like, yeah.
Dude, I went for Single Mothers, and Single Mothers, I got exactly what I wanted. It was exactly what I expected. They were great. They played the songs that I thought they were going to play, and we had a good old time, and we were screaming and having a good punk show.
Yeah.
But I left thinking about nothing but Gouge Away. They were so good. They tore it apart.
Yeah.
Her voice is just psychotic, man.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's wild.
Yeah, they're an angry band.
Yeah. And like I said before, Newfound Glory.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them back in the day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They're really cool. They always give back to the South Florida community.
Back in the day. But when you saw them, they were already super famous.
Yeah.
Because like they were getting started when I was a kid even.
Yeah, I've seen them like twice. And
yeah.
And now they still have a dedicated fan base. I know they sold out Crescent last time they came through here because I wanted to go to that show and it sold out.
Why did they put such a small room?
I don't know.
Newfound Glory have played Marquee or Livewire or something?
Yeah, but no, I saw them at this music venue, which is like pretty much what the Marquee Theater is to South Florida, called the Revolution Live, and they were awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Florida's crazy. I've been there a few times, but only to the Daytona area, or not Daytona, Orlando.
Yeah.
Orlando area and Daytona, which are close, right? They're kind of near each other, Daytona and Orlando, give or take an hour or so, something like that.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I've been in that area. It was cool. Just as a kid, we have like family friends out there. When you're in Ohio, it's easier to go to Disney World than Disneyland.
Yeah.
So I went to Disney World, and that was crazy. And dude, Disney World, like, is so much better than Disneyland. People who've never been to Disney World don't understand.
That's what everybody says.
It's not the same thing.
That's what everybody says.
Have you been to Disney World?
I have.
Okay. Have you been to Disneyland?
I have too.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. So do you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, you said that's what people say. So I was wondering if you had been to either of those places.
Yeah, I've been to both.
Got it. Disneyland talk, everybody. Disneyland talk. But yeah, dude, that's awesome, man. I'm really happy that you're giving back. That's killer.
Thank you.
Like, and the bands on the compilation, aside from us, are wonderful.
Yeah. And
I'm really, really I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked to hear it when it comes out and to see the list of everything and get hopefully a physical copy.
Yeah. And I'm, like I said, I'm starting up my label by doing this compilation. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, and I'm dating back to high school. It's like something that I've always thought about, but I don't know. I just never had the time to do it.
It's hard. I mean, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's an entrepreneurship. You're creating this thing.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. It's like you have to dedicate your time to it. It takes a lot of time to put out cassettes and CDs and all that stuff.
Yeah, and money and organization and all kinds of stuff. But I mean, people know you around and you hustle your ass off, so I'm sure it's going to go great. I'm sure it's going to go super well.
Yeah, thank you.
So good luck, man. Good luck with that.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with that. Good luck with the compilation. Thank you for coming down here. Hanging out with me, dude. Talking.
Anytime. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming on. I know it was hectic and kind of weird in the beginning. I apologize for that again. But yeah, dude. Like I'm super excited. What are some Acne Superstar stuff you guys have coming up?
I'm talking to the guys right now. We're trying to record a new EP.
Nice. Who are you gonna record with?
We've been talking. Kurt and Cameron from Good Grief.
Yeah, they totally for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. They're they're so good.
Perhaps,
they're so much fun. They're such funny guys. I love them both.
Yeah, they're great.
I've told this story before. But I'm going to tell it again because I need closure on this. I went and saw that. Well, we played together in their trailer. Like, have you been there? Have you been
not.
to the treehouse?
I have not, but my bass player has.
Okay, so it's literally just a windowless trailer in AJ, in a trailer community with a bunch of other trailers and modulated home or manufactured homes, whatever. And we played there, and it was great, and the crowd was fun, and we were all packed into this little tube, this little metal tube in the desert.
That's really cool.
And Good Grief played so well, and they did such a great job, and they just blew me away and killed it. And I was so excited at the end of the show that when I hugged Cameron, I kissed him, Like not on the mouth, but I like kissed him on the neck, which is way worse. And I didn't like. It was gonna be one of those like I didn't realize like how close in height we were. Like I was more expecting like a side of the head kiss. Like oh man, I love you. So your music is so good. But I totally kissed that motherfucker on the neck,
Dude.
and he hasn't talked to me since.
Oh.
I'm wondering if I crossed the line. But I haven't asked him. I did text him and be like, was that kiss weird? Even though that was like a year ago. But yeah, they're awesome. Eventually we'll talk about it and I'll get closure on the kiss. But yeah, dude, they're great. Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome if you guys recorded with them. I always tell people to go to Matt Alderwood. That's the guy who I always push people to.
Matt's great, man. He does a great job every time.
Every time. He kills it. Everything he's working on right now is great. But yeah, dude, good luck with that. Good luck with the new stuff.
All right, thank you.
Good luck with the shows. Good luck with the compilation. I'm going to push that as hard as I possibly can because it's important to me.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, yeah, man, I don't know what else to say. Like, this has been awesome. Thanks for coming over short notice.
Yeah, dude.
Having a good time. If you guys are listening, I hope you are. I've got really, really, really crazy stuff coming your way very soon. These upcoming months are going to be crazy and just like it's going to be really fun, man. I've got great guest after great guest after great guest, and I'm just warning you. March and April, we're going to have a lot of fun. So this show is going to be off the chain. So yeah, thanks Nav for coming again. Thank you everybody. Get stoked. Aw, shit, look at that. The episode's over, man. We're done. Episode is finished. Luckily, though, there are plenty of other older episodes hanging around the internet anywhere you'd like to find podcasts. iTunes, podcast apps like Stitcher or Podcast Addict for either the iPhone or the Android. My official Podbean website. I'm fucking everywhere, man. I'm building an empire. Let's take over the fucking world. Anyway, if you've made it this far, I truly appreciate you and encourage you to please reach out and say hello. I'm serious about this, guys. I really want to connect with my listeners. So whether you want to come on the show or not, drop me a line. Hit me an email at gettingstokedpodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think that's it, man. Thank you guys so much for listening. It really, I know I harp on it so much, but it really truly means everything. So thank you. Get stoked.